Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to read this interesting story. How Wanted Trio blew up their cover. After kutoka Kamiti, we want to know what happened. I'm glad they were caught. It's just that if you could break out of Kamiti, how did you get lost somewhere in the way to wherever you're going? Anywho, I got you with the story. Wacha niwasomee. Fugitives driven out of hiding. No, you can't do this to me, son. Not now. Please. After breaking out on Sunday, the three managed to get to Kitui that same night. And I'm reading from Daily Nation. Hunger, thirst, and loss of direction in a Kitui wilderness forced three terror convicts who escaped from Kamiti Maximum Prison to blow their cover, the nation can reveal. Since their jailbreak on Sunday, everything had gone well in the plan crafted by Musharafa, aka Zarkawi, aka Alex, aka Shukri, uko na AKs gapi? Mohammed and Joseph. From Kamiti in Kiambu County, they had managed to cross the expansive Machakos County into Kitui and were en route to Boni Forest in Lamu County and eventually into Somalia. In fact, when they broke out of Kamiti on Sunday evening, they managed to get to Kitui the same night, investigations by the nation reveal. On the first day of their short-lived freedom, the three casually walked in town undetected, finding their way to Kunda Kindu bus station in Kitui. On Monday around noon, they boarded a matatu called Changamsha plying the Zombi Endau Malalani route and told the crew that they were heading to Malalani Market, the matatu's final destination. Malalani is about 100 kilometers east of Kitui town in Kitui East constituency near the border with Tana River County. It borders the South Kitui Game Reserve, which has been a hideout for terror suspects. Upon arrival at Malalani in the evening, they had supper at the market without raising any suspicion and walked away to an unknown hideout. The following day, the fugitives appeared at the same market in the evening, shopped, and asked for directions to Garissa or Boni Forest in Lamu County. Residents said the three, who looked exhausted, unkempt, and thirsty, bought milk, bottled water, bread, and biscuits from local shops and paid in cash. One of them had swollen legs and was limping. They appeared confused and lost. They were asking how they can connect to the Garissa or Tana River counties, said a trader at the market who requested anonymity. Mention of Boni Forest to residents triggered instant suspicion. They bought their food and fled back to the bush, the trader said. Later, they were spotted in the same market after emerging from the nearby bush, but immediately fled into darkness. But unknown to them, they had already blown their cover as residents immediately notified the police that three suspicious characters who resembled the ones being hunted had been spotted. Efforts to trace them on Wednesday proved futile as they disappeared into a thicket that is vast and uninhabited. It emerged that they hid during the day in the bushes and trekked at night to avoid being caught, but they lost the initial escape route that would have taken them directly to Hola Town in Tana River County. Managing to get to Malalani, about 300 kilometers from Kamiti, they almost achieved their escape plan. Wow, that is bright. However, they ran out of luck and were cornered by security agents. Yesterday morning, they emerged from the bush unaware that they were being pursued by security agents and decided to hire a boda boda operator who took them to Wingemi near the Mwingi-Garissa highway. Upon reaching Wingemi, they decided to trek a distance of about 40 kilometers to get to Ukasi Market, where they hoped to connect to Garissa and flee to Boni Forest and eventually to Somalia. However, trouble set in when one of them developed swollen legs and they couldn't continue with their journey. Meanwhile, a massive manhunt had been launched with all security agencies in the region, including chiefs and their assistants, on high alert to comb the villages and prevent the terrorists from escaping. Security sources confided to the nation that all routes out of Kitui were blocked, with officers withdrawn from the anti-terrorism police unit backed up by their anti-stock theft counterparts. Kitui County Police Commander Lea Kidhei said the fugitives were arrested in Mwingemi as they tried to find their way to the Mwingi-Garissa highway from Malalani. When we finally caught up with them, one of them, Joseph Juma Odhiambo, was too tired to flee and surrendered without much struggle, but the other two took off, prompting a chase that didn't last long, said a police reservist involved in the operation. A security source confided to Nation that Odhiambo was found with 10,300 in cash, which they intended to use as fare to Boni Forest, suggesting that they must have been helped to get to Kitui town. Upon frisking them, we found the terrorists had some cash. They also had few light clothes packed in a small gunny bag, the source revealed. They telephoned their security bosses, who arranged to have them collected from the bush and taken to Mwingi police station for onward handing over to the anti-terrorism police unit. They were positively identified and later airlifted to Kamiti, where Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i, his ICT counterpart Joe Musheru, and other top security chiefs were waiting. Their arrival at Kamiti saw security heightened at the facility, with wardens in anti-riot gear surrounding the compound. The fugitives' faces were masked and they were escorted out of the chopper by anti-terrorism police unit detectives in balaclavas. The story continues. They were led to a waiting Land Rover that drove them into the prison under the watch of Dr. Matiang'i, Police Boss Hilary Mutambei, DCI Chief George Kinoti, and other officials. Mr. Mutambei said they were cited before they could cross over to Garissa. I would like to confirm to Kenyans that our manhunt has been able to get the 3 inmates within the border of Tana River and Mwingi. They were deep in the bush. Our assessment is that they were moving towards Garissa and maybe finally to cross to Somalia, said Mr. Mutambei. I want to take this opportunity to thank Kenyans for the information they have shared, which has led to this success, and I appeal that in the same spirit, we keep vigil and stay alert and share what they get that is of security importance with the police. The 3 victims will be charged afresh with escaping from lawful custody. So, who gets the 60 million? That's the question. Otherwise, that is it from me. Please subscribe and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.